Welcome. It's Miss Skelton here, and this video is going to help you learn about two different topics. One of them is function notation, and the other is direct variation. Okay, so we're going to start with function notation, and you've actually seen this a little bit before in Algebra 1. You've seen some equations that start with f of x instead of y. And you might be saying, what does she say? So that's f parentheses x is what it looks like. We read it out loud as f of x, and it's the same thing as y. So over here, some notes for you. F of x is just a fancy way to write y. It means that y is a function of x. It is not the same as saying f times x. So these parentheses here are not for multiplication. F tells us the name of the function. So here we're going to start differentiating between the functions by using different letters. So F, G, and H are all three different equations. The first letter tells me which one to use, the name of the function. So it doesn't always have to be f of x. In parentheses, when I see a problem, it's giving me an x value, and it wants to know what y value would go with that. So it's going to give us the name of the function, the x to plug in, and our goal is to find y. So because this one says f of 5, I'm going to find the function labeled f of x, and every time I see an x, I'm going to plug in a 5 instead. So it's going to look like 4 times 5, because the 4 and x are next to each other, minus 2. And our goal is to get one number as the answer. So I'm just going to rewrite f of 5. I get 20 minus 2, which is 18. And I'm done. Sometimes people try to divide to get f by itself. That's not the goal. Our goal is to find the y value, which here we found it as 18. So this last part of our problem here, I could say it like this. I plugged in x of 5 into equation f and got a y of 18. That's what reading this says, f of 5. I plugged 5 into function f, and the y value I got was 18. In math, we just have a shortened notation for this, so you don't have to be writing out those words every time. Okay, so problem 2 says g of negative 2. This time we need to go look for function g. Switch colors for that. And in function g, every time I see an x, so it starts with negative